Okay, I'm rebuilding a Shimano TLD 15, and that's a lever drag, a reel. The drag system was messed up for a while, and I tried taking it apart, and this piece here was frozen. It's threaded in here, it was frozen. I had to chisel it out, so I bought a new one, and the drag disc was all messed up. It was all corroded and wet from going underwater. So I got new parts. I got a new bearing. These bearings are fine on the shaft. I oiled them. I got a new bearing, and we're going to put it back together. First, the drag disc goes in like that. Okay, we got the drag disc in there, and this spring goes on. After that, it rides on the inner bearing, and then this housing piece here gets this spring washer. The spring washer goes on first, with the cone facing down, and then it springs this plate. When you put the plate on top, it'll spring against that, and then this clip goes on next. Okay, I got the spring clip on there to hold the disc. That's a titanium drag disc, and this little bearing here goes down on top of that spring that's there. And I'm going to give it a drop or two of oil. Not much oil, because you don't want it to get the disc. This is not open. I got to cut it open. Okay. Just a drop of oil on there. I don't know if they oiled it when they sent it, but I'm going to do it now. Not much. Just a drop. Okay. Now you take your titanium drag disc, and that faces down, and it goes over the bearing. Goes right over the bearing, real easy. And this is your retaining cap, which I had to break off the other unit because I couldn't get it to turn. But normally they just don't turn. And here's a seal here. I want to put some grease on the seal. There's a rubber seal to keep the water out. So this goes down on top of everything, and then it threads in backwards. You don't want to cross thread it. It threads in to the left to tighten it, and to untighten it, you turn it to the right. You know, it's kind of backwards. So you just hand tighten it. Okay, the whole spool is turning, so it's tight right now. Okay, next, this gear could only go one way because it won't go down, so it only goes one way. That goes down into a spline that's there. Put that gear down, and I'll put a little lube on that, and a little bit on this gear. You don't need much. Supposed to take these apart every year anyway, to do maintenance on them. But I almost threw this reel out because I couldn't get this to unscrew. and it's over $100 for a reel like this. And I bought parts to fix it. I have a website that has parts for every reel you could imagine. So I bought this cap on eBay, and I bought the other parts through this company. It was like $20. This was $10. So for $30, I'm getting a brand new rebuilt reel all over again. Okay. So now I'm going to put the spool that we just assembled back together. There's a pin on here. Make sure you don't lose that pin, because that goes inside a slot down here. But you want to keep your line from getting in the way. Probably should have put some tape or something on there, but you want to make sure that the pin, there's a hole for the shaft and a slot for the pin. So there, clicked right in place. Just pull your line out of the way. So that's together there. And put some grease down in there where that pin. Okay, we're done. I put the side plate on. I put the lever for the drag on. Now, to adjust these, you want to make sure the lever is all the way off and you're in free spool. And then you turn this knob to the right until you achieve the amount of drag you want. I got enough to get started, you know. Once I get a couple of fish, I'll fine tune it. You know, that's how you would do it without a scale. But you don't want to turn this tight with the drag all the way up, otherwise you'll bust the reel. So you want it down, and then you set your drag tension. And again, if you want the website, just leave a comment down below for the parts of all the reels, every reel they have parts for. So just put a comment down below. Okay, thanks for watching.